Hello everybody, I'm out with Mike, our behavior modification pitty. This guy did not have a fair shake starting out. He was born into the system, put immediately into a foster where he spent almost the first year of his life, probably not the most structured, especially if people are fostering a dog they know they're not going to keep. They're not exactly concerned with a ton of behavior. They're probably just focused on keeping him alive and getting him to his next home. So probably a lot of letting him do pretty much whatever he wants. He came to us having been with his owner for 8 weeks, already bit somebody, already bit the other dog, scared his owner into not doing his nails, needs to be muzzled at the vet, just a whole list of problematic behaviors. So it's really good that his owners got him into this program. The behavioralist has prescribed every kind of sedative, trazodone, Prozac, amitriptyline, and he's not even a year old, okay? Like severe separation anxiety, breaks through crates, bends the wires, shreds beds, drools to the point of puddles and swimming pools, chews through doors, incessant barking, right? This is not good. This is not what keeps dogs in homes. Right? So how do we keep a dog in a home? We train them, and then we enforce the training so that they become a nice member of the family. So we don't have pulling on the leash. We don't have barking. We don't have destruction of the house. We don't have fighting the housemate. We need to enforce those rules, apply a structured day, the same routine every day, and be really consistent with it. Okay? And that's what's going to keep this guy in his house successful, and it's going to keep everybody safe as well as the housemate. Right now what I'm working on is his heel. Heel literally means his head is at the level of your heel. This is actually my first time working with him on that. Josh has done all the work prior, and I just came out to see how well it would transfer over to me. He came on a harness, right? I tapped my tone a couple times there. As we'll discuss, every time his head leaves that position, I'm going to turn on my e-collar. Came on a harness, pulling, lunging, growling, barking, actually got away from his owner in the harness and bit somebody. And when that kind of stuff happens, it's like we need to reevaluate and say, how can we have more control? Because what you really need with a dog like this, with this much liability, is control. On or off leash, no matter where you are. And that's what this e-collar gives you, is a level of control as long as he understands the training and the program. So obviously I'm not holding the leash, yet he's staying in position, and that's because he understands that if he leaves the position, the e-collar turns on. He wants to avoid the e-collar turning on, so he stays in the position no matter what speed or direction I'm going in, sort of like how you don't speed down the highway to avoid getting a ticket. You understand that speeding will get you the ticket. You understand that going the speed limit will avoid you getting the ticket, and so you don't speed. Same exact idea with the dogs. So if we look down while our dogs are in heel, we want them to the left, slightly behind, and if they move out of that position, my first go-to is the tone, and then I'll tap the stem if needed. Okay, good job. Notice how I'm making turns and he's following me, not the other way around. This is a follower-leader dynamic. Okay, he's following me, I'm not following him. Speed or direction. We're gonna find a little spot in the shade here. If I stop, he should stop. Good, that means he's paying attention. Stay. I'm gonna give him a stay. And remember, all this stuff looks easy now because we are almost 4 weeks into a 5-week program. The first full 2 weeks were not this easy. He literally fought us on every single command. You told him to stay, he went. You told him to down, he stood. You told him to come, he ran the other way. You told him to heel, he pulled. You told him to go into the kennel, he ran the other way. I mean, he literally did not want to do anything we said, even if it was a good idea. Even if we're telling him to get on a place bed that had a nice comfy bed and a bone, just because we were telling him to do it, the way that his brain is wired, he's like, no, I don't listen to humans. I do what I want, right? So we had to go through all of that with him. And the end result is a dog who listens. So you can either just get lucky and get a dog who listens no matter what. They just give it to you for free. Or you go through a whole bunch of experiences where you actually have to prove to the dog you're worthy of listening to, right? So this is the result of that. And this is why behavior modification programs are longer than standard 3-week programs, because it took us over 2 weeks just to get the mentality changed. And then now we can work on sharpening up the commands. But he's just doing so well. He took a week off. He had actually a staph infection in his back paw. Super crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Got the antibiotics. He's back. He's full health. It was like he never left, and he's doing amazing. So right now we're practicing this downstay. Again, super useful for owners to be able to control their dog's movement, put them in a stay, go pick up poop, go answer a phone call, text. You're working in your home office. You've got your dog in a stay, not wandering around the house. Very, very useful command. Okay, I'm going to show you that recall. Okay, he definitely did not have a recall before. In fact, he tried to run away multiple times, tried to jump our fence. So let's show you the recall. Recall is getting your dog to you from wherever they are. Let's pretend he wasn't in a downstay. If his owners are walking him around the cemetery, letting a long line drag or off leash, they need to recall him immediately. They're going to use the verbal COME paired with the tone. We're going to praise as he's on the way, and he's going to come right in front of me. Okay? If he's already looking at me, I don't need to say his name. Come. Good boy. Hi, buddy. We can work on that position. I turn. I want him right in front of me. Good. Good job. Good boy. Let's see if I can get him to DOWN on verbal, because sometimes what these dogs will do, not that I'm complaining, they'll beat us to it just so they don't have to listen, because they'll be like, oh, well, it was my idea. So I still didn't have to listen to you, right? Down. So yep, good job. Okay, so he started to, and then he said, oh, I'm being stubborn, right? He finished it out, but because I was talking, I didn't get to click. But normally, if he hesitates like that and takes, longer than a second or two, then you can come in with your e-collar. Good boy. That is just, if you guys only knew, that is such an improvement from how he was just a couple weeks ago, right? I mean, this is a dog that nobody could figure out. The behavioralist was just like, yeah, let's just drug him up, right? And now I have him out, not even holding a leash. And now I'm going to click and have him complying and responding really well to corrections. Okay, this is a dog who was once trying to run away and trying to attack us when the running away didn't work. Just goes to show that the effort, the time, and the skill, it pays off. If you remain consistent, you will get results. It's just a matter of those 3 elements. Skill of trainer, time put in, effort put in. And of course, the consistency, okay? Good boy, let's release him. Mike. Good, he looks at me. Break, good job.